And I see that wardop is here now, so we can probably get into wardop's replay now. Are you ready, wardop? And his replay doesn't give away the rank. It's just drunk LR, which I imagine is supposed to be drunk RL. So this should be interesting. You guys bear in mind that wardop is allegedly drunk in this game. So when you're predicting his rank at the end of it, keep that in mind. Wardop's, if you want to keep your rank to yourself, for now, you can reveal the rank after the replay once everybody's guessed. Okay, let's get into wardop's game. Cheating up on a full random lobby, I like it. So, yeah, good thing we left that ball because our teammates definitely were running in for it. And we didn't leave this ball though, which is questionable. They should have probably scored there. So this is quite an easy one to start off. Like, if your teammate rotates behind you here, feel free to make a play on it. Just pop the ball into the ceiling and then drive back. But if he doesn't, if your teammate cuts you off like this, then of course, just leave him to it. Just turn around. Initially we did that. Then we turned forward and I don't know why we went back in for this. Like, we have nowhere near enough boost. Nowhere near a fast enough recovery. Nowhere near enough like upside offensively to justify going for this. Good job keeping the ball in the corner though. Okay, let's just get this nice and high. Okay, we didn't get it very high at all. Couple of reasons why this isn't very high. Number one is the run-up is very straight onto the ball. It's going to be hard to get the ball high.
Resident Sleeper.
If we hit it straight forward like this. Hey, see South, thanks to the 40-month Twitch Prime. Welcome back. How you doing, man? Yeah, secondly, it's mainly about the timing. Like, we hit this pretty much right after the bounce, which is usually going to be a low pop like this. If you want it to go higher, wait until the ball bounces up a little bit higher and then hit it. So we don't even need to dodge into this one. You could just let the ball bounce up a little bit higher and then single jump into the ball. Make sure you hit it mostly on the bottom, and it will be a nice floater for the other team to waste all their boost on, instead of this low one that he could just fire straight back. Okay. Necessary to go for this. Now we can demo the goalie, nice, yes, get him. Oh! So close, but I love it. Perfect decision making there. Jackarel, good night, man. Yeah, I love this. So we've rolled the ball around. It's going to be wide open if we kill the goalie. Perfect. Just a bit too low. Oh, if we double jumped here, we had him. We had him with the double jump, but we dodged. Still though, love the aggression. Love the awareness that we can demo the goalie in that position. Obviously, this is just where we landed after we tried to demo him. It is worth mentioning that at this point, we should definitely try and get closer to the play. Going for the mid boost is okay, but I think it would have been better to like go across this boost pad and then this one and then maybe this one if your teammate's coming in, or you could just go this one and then go straight for the challenge if your teammate rotates back. Like, the problem with this rotation play that you've made is that if your teammate doesn't pressure the ball, nobody's pressuring the ball, and that's what happens here. You want to give yourself the option to do that as you rotate back. And it's a general, not a rule, but a guideline in 2v2 that you want to pressure the ball while you rotate back to your half. We didn't do that. We just went back post, which is doing nothing. We did nothing here. We're not defending the net. We're also, well, we're not able to capably defend the net. More importantly, we're not pressuring the ball. So we already had how much boost when we came out of this corner? Let's take a look. I think we had about 40. So we've dodged here. We're at 44 boost. 44 boost. Reasonable speed. If we turn to the right and dodge over this boost pad, that's 56 boost. Or we could dodge over this one if we want to go a bit deeper. This is probably better, actually. Go for that one. Or just go for, you know, this boost and then that one. So we go over this boost. Now just turn to the right, dodge over this one, and then you're going to drive over this one. We're moving supersonic at this point. The ball comes into the middle like this. We see that our teammate's slipping away from the play. Bam, we challenge. That would have been the play. But it wouldn't have had to be the play. And this is the key. That's what would have happened in this iteration of the play. But if our teammate, instead of flipping away from the ball, if he did what he's supposed to do, which isn't always guaranteed, of course, if he stayed on this ball, instead of flipping away, then you would have arrived on this boost pad, like I said, realized that your teammate is flipping into the ball or pressuring this, and you would have gone, okay, I'll cover the goal, and then that's when you go back. But you committed to doing the latter, going back to goal. You didn't give yourself the option to pressure the ball, which is a really big mistake because now you have nobody doing it. You hope that your teammate would pressure it, but you can't rely on that. We should have just gone into the middle of the field and had the option to do both. Would have all been fixed if we just pressured the ball on the exit. And a lot of goals that you concede in 2v2 are not just you, wardop, but everybody. A lot of goals that are conceded in 2v2 right now in ranked are conceded because somebody rotating back does absolutely nothing. That's not in, is it? Oh dear, this guy's jumped at it as well. So now we're just trying to kill time. This guy's done it again. It's worth mentioning that now he's the one who should be pressuring the ball on his exit. See here? He should go for the ball. A lot of people will think that this is okay, what he's doing right now. Flipping straight down the middle. No, it's not okay. It's not good at all. It's giving the other team way too much space. Like, wardop is the only player back right now. He obviously isn't going to lunge into the offensive corner. So it's this guy's job to do that. Pressure the ball from behind. Maybe even he can build up enough speed to demo that guy in the corner. Or, like, if anything, he could have definitely made a play on the ball now. The guy who's recovering out of the goal. He could have hit the ball up the wall. Then gone back after he's wasted a bit of their time. But so far the main problem for this game has been obviously the failure for Orange team to pressure the ball as they rotate back. Nice follow up here. Very, very well done. 1-1. Nat2000 and Zombie, thank you for the prime subs. Welcome to the stream, guys. That was interesting. So he actually did a pretty good shot here. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. Like, this position that we're in is weird. Like, why did we turn this far? We were in a shadowing position, but then we turned halfway around. Like, if he shot this ball top corner, we would never have saved it because we were sideways to the ball. Just shadowing, I think, would have been better. Alright, don't go for that. Okay, well, we didn't go for it per se, but we did drive really far forward before turning, so if he just, pops that ball on target, is anybody really saving that? I don't think your teammate is. I don't think you are, so yeah, having a presence in this area is good, but you got to turn much sooner because you're, at the end of the day, the one who's supposed to be covering the shot if he does shoot. Okay, pressure, 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 demo. Oh, or that's also quite good. Now finish. Oh, no. Wardop. Drunked up. We jumped way too early for this. This is... Look, when we jumped right before we saw what kind of bounce it was going to be. We made this really hard for ourselves. Look how much space we have. We have loads of space. We could have slowed down, seen the bounce, and then driven forward and put it in much later. But we jumped so early. We didn't stop to think that, hold on, why am I going this fast? Like right here, you could stop, literally like hit the brakes, and then go fast, then accelerate after seeing the bounce, and you would score. Okay, we can't even catch up to that ball to pressure it, but if we could, it would have been the right thing to do. Open! 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 Yes, drunk top. Very good, very good. You do these plays non-stop when you're drunk? What do you mean when you're drunk? Okay, we've almost scored. Got the boost, nice. Covered in the clear, nice. Bit risky. Not sure about that. So covering the clear angle is good, but again, we've jumped up before the bounce, so we're relying on our ability to read a difficult bounce. Not sure I'd recommend. Just wait and see what bounces you're going to get. You don't need to read the bounces. We're not playing against Espanol here. We're not playing against Sandrock Gaming. We're playing against Mike Hancho and NMK in 2v2. Ranked. You don't need to read bounces insanely fast. I like the fake challenge here. This was good distance. we're close enough to make a presence. We didn't dive in. Okay, nice. Good save. Good job keeping the ball in the corner. We've done that well a few times this game, in fact, keeping the ball in the corner. Could have maybe tripped that guy up. That is a bit too hefty of a center, maybe. Okay, dribbling time. Okay. Not the worst hit. Now here, I mean, I guess what I would usually recommend here if you're, I mean, really the best play here is to, you know, dribble, but get ready to flick the ball if the guy is challenging you. The guy actually was challenging you, so you would have had to take a quick first touch and then immediately flick the ball, which is quite difficult. So yeah, what you've actually done here is much safer. You can't dribble. Yeah, like this is okay based on what you've you know, what this lobby's shown us this game. This is an acceptable play. You've done well. But the best play there, 100%, you know, if you can, would be to dribble. Because you can take a first touch, if you see a challenge coming, flick the ball. Tried it like 2 years ago, gave up. What did you try 2 years ago in dribbling? Ball carrying, or what exactly did you try? Demo him? This is also fine. You tried ball carrying and it didn't work. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Look at us. Very nice angle. Only criticism is our landing was pretty bad, but still good finish. Diamond 3, Div 2. That's what you're thinking? Okay. The way, oh, it was a wave dash kickoff. I thought, yeah, I just thought you forgot to jump again. Oh no, we've given him a bit too much space here. So some of your fake challenges are just way too deep. Like right here, like why, I don't know why we're turning here. It doesn't make sense because your teammate is already on the ball here. So I'm repeating myself a bit today, but it's because it's so important to get right. If the other team have the ball in 2v2 and your teammate is pressuring the ball, it's your job to be the guy who's intercepting the hit that they're about to make. Like, they're forced to make a touch here like this because your teammate is so close. Mike Hancho knows if he takes a soft touch, your teammate's psychotic is going to be all over him. So he's forced to make a hard hit. And it's your job as the other guy to cover the most likely hit or the most dangerous hit that's going to happen. And here, the most likely and the most dangerous hit is just a hard clear towards your goal. So we should be getting ready to face that direction. But we turned for some reason. We turned as if he's about to flick the ball, which obviously is not going to happen. And now we're in a very awkward spot. And in this position, I mean, this is obviously going to happen as well in some games. You're going to end up in positions like this. What's your job now? Well, your job now is just, I mean, based on what I see on my screen right now, hit the ball right as it bounces. Like, clearly the NMX guy is doing not much with it before the bounce because look how high he is. You know, you'd want to back off. If he's like if you turn here and the guy's already nearly at the ball, then obviously you don't fly. You don't wait for it to bounce because he's going to hit it in the air. So you back off. But you don't back off if he's like 2 inches off the ground and he's waiting for the ball to come to him. Nah, close the distance. We had time here. We had space, or there is space between us, but we could have closed that gap before the ball gets to us. You know what I mean? We just gave him way too much space here. Way too much time. You just have to read what your opponent is capable of. I mean, in that position, it didn't look like the opponent was flying very high. He tried to fly up for a redirect, I think, and then he just messed it up and he had settled for a random touch when the ball reached the ground. But yeah, if somebody takes off and they look like they're going to go into the air, then you realize they're not. Just realize, okay, that guy's messed up his aerial. I'm going to make sure that I get to the ball when it's bouncing because that's the only time he can hit it. Or like if somebody goes for a double jump pop and then they're going to land again and make another play on the ball, just tackle him right as the ball lands. That's a nice shot. Well done. You've done some really nice shots this game. Perfect. Synthetic Divine X, thanks for the tier 3 sub. I really appreciate that. I'm going to add you to the list of tier 3 subs right now. That's a really, really long name. Make sure to spell it right. How's my night going? It's going good, man. What is our teammate doing? Okay. Well, we kind of made his life difficult by letting the ball roll right at him. We've also missed every boost pad in existence. No, we're almost on goaling. Okay. Oh, no. We've done absolutely nothing here. Well, I don't know why your teammate's so greedy with this touch, to be fair. Like, why would he go all the way around this ball and become dunkable? Like, look at that. That's so greedy. That's so greedy. Now, obviously, wardop did absolutely nothing in this play. He missed it. He did the worst kickoff ever. Missed every boost in existence. Then drove into the corner instead of defending the goal. But this guy, he's trying to shoot. Really? Why would you try to shoot here? This is so bad. You're up 4-2. Just get the ball into the corner where it's safe. But no, he's trying to win the 50-50 and put it on target. Well, that's what you get. You get dunked on and now you're scored on. Nonsense. Nicey, thanks 100 bits. Might have lagged though and he probably panicked. Nah, it looked to me like he was doing what a lot of people do, and that is get really greedy with their 50-50s. Basically, they put themselves opposite the other team's goal, so the ball is directly between them and the other team's goal. They think, oh, maybe if I flip into the ball hard enough, it'll go through the other guy's car and into their goal, which is that way. And then what actually happens is the other guy dunks on them, because it's a super obvious hit that they're trying to do. And they get scored on. Oh, nearly another good goal. Boost pads, small boost pads, small boost pads. We've missed 3. Missed like quite a few, but at least we got the big one. Okay, we have to wait here. It's okay though, he's passed us the ball. Good job not getting dunked on. Alright, we kind of do the same thing again. Like, this is a position where we have a lot of space. If he misses this ball, you're going to have some time to react to it. Like, the other guy's not right on you here. So, we don't need to come in, like, quickly. Like, you would have hit these rebounds, this one and the one earlier, if you just wait and see what kind of bounce it's going to be. Make sure that your car is sort of stationary, barely moving, and then when you see what kind of bounce it is, accelerate towards where you want to go, instead of having momentum in a direction that you may or may not want to go. Because here, we already have momentum in this direction, and then we just jump in that direction that we're already going. See here, we're going this way, we might as well jump. Oh, missed it. Just settle yourself before a rebound like this, or before the rebound earlier. Just stop, take a quarter second to just see what bounce happens, and then make your move on it, because you're actually going to have a chance to score it. Now when you get better, you can start reading the bounce, and as you get more practice with it, you'll be able to just do that naturally. You won't have to stop and like react to what happens. You can do it preemptively. But in this kind of lobby, if you want to hit those rebounds, if you want to consistently put it on target, just take a moment to set yourself before you go for the rebound, or else you're just going to miss 90% of the time. Yeah, people can guess at the end of this, so you can all put your guesses in. Oh, nice. Another RL player. I saw what you said about the double jump pop. That's nice. That's sick. Yeah. It's a really fun move. Like, you can get... The trick with the double jump pop, or the reason it works so well, is because when you cut into the ball, you've changed its direction once, so they react to that change of direction. Then you pop it, which changes the direction again, and they usually can't react to the second change. Rocket League players are always... Well, especially when they're defending, they're always ready to react to one change. They're like, okay, that guy's dribbling, and there's the shot, I'm going to react to that. But if you, like, make a move that looks like it's your last move, and then you make another move as well, very few people are going to save that at these kind of ranks. Yeah, I'm not sure what we were planning here. Lots of pinches have kind of gone wrong, word up. Are we going to get the win here? Let's see. Playing very far back here. Very cautious. Teammate has ball pressure. There we go. A free ball and an open net. We've missed it, but this one's going to go into the ground before we can rebound. But overall, yeah. Pretty good game. Now, I actually don't know Wardop's rank here. He didn't tell me what rank this was at. But based on what I've seen in this replay, I'm going to go with... Bear in mind, I think wardop was quite good for this lobby, so I think this lobby is Platinum 3. Wardop, maybe you're Diamond 1 in this. Playing like a Diamond 1. Or a drunk C2. I don't know, it's really hard to say. Yeah, remember we're guessing the rank of the lobby. Not just wardop. I think wardop obviously played the best in this lobby by quite a long way. So I have to bring it down a little bit. I think he's like easily looking like Diamond 2 maybe. Yeah, I did say Plat 3, Diamond 1, didn't I? Oh, you're Diamond 1 and 2s. There we go. Diamond 1 sounds about right. But yeah, I think the lobby was probably Plat 3 and wardop was playing a bit more like Diamond 1. So yeah, we're pretty on point with that one. Now, wardop, you did say that you can't dribble. You haven't ever really understood how to. But you might have seen this before. Like, I just tell people to go into free play and just try and like get the ball up in front of them and then pop it towards the goal. Just do this. It's like it's the easiest dribbling drill. Just try and get the timing of this down. Try and understand where does the ball actually have to be relative to my car in order for it to flick it, relatively high quickly. And the key is speed, because if you're dribbling in a game, you don't have time to go, okay, so I'm going to roll the ball this way, and then I'm going to pop it up in front of myself, and I'm going to get under it, and then I'm going to try and keep the ball on top of my car. Now, if you try to do that in a real game, totally impractical. What is practical is like being able to quickly pop it and then make a flick move. Just for the same reason I was talking about earlier. If you can change the ball's trajectory twice, like once by popping it and then once by flicking it, our player's going to have a hard time reading what you're doing. But it's also just a really good way to counter ball chasers, which you see a lot of in ranked. Like every time that you're dribbling or setting up a dribbling move in ranked, it's likely that somebody's going to be challenging you. So you need to move the ball quickly. So yeah, you need to just get good at this, basically. Just get good at knowing, okay, where on the ball, or where on my car does the ball need to be relative in order, or where does the ball need to be relative to my car in order to get a good flick when I diagonally dodge into it. Because then, when you're, in a game and the ball's rolling around in your defense and you don't want to just hit it away, you can try and bait in the first challenge, be like, okay, I see him coming, and there's the flick over him, and now we're 1v1. And then you can just like take a shot, or, try and make another move, set up a volley or something. But it all starts with this, basically. This is the most basic dribbling move, and it's the most adaptable, because you're not going to do this mostly to do shots. When you're learning to dribble, most of the dribbling you'll do will be in defense. I don't like doing it with ball cam on at all. I need to practice that, actually. But yeah, ball cam off is like where I'm most comfortable. I can really tell where the ball is relative to my car and where I need to be to flick it really high. You're the guy trying to dribble in free play, like you just said. Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible to practice, like just ball carrying like this, where you're keeping the ball on top of your car. Like, yeah, it's a useful skill, but it's just less transferable to a game than this, which is, okay, let's just pop the ball and then flick it. I mean, it's not even really a ball carry, what I just did there, but this is, what I just did here is really easy to utilize in game. Like, look at the height I get on that flick. Any challenge is out the game there. And you could do it pretty much anywhere. So you just like roll the ball into any location of the field, and then just try and pop it in front of you in a height that you can actually reach. That was too high, so you gotta be really careful. Like, notice this touch there that I just made was light enough that I could hit it. So when you practice this, a lot of your first touches are gonna be like this. Then you're gonna be like, wait, I can't flick that. It's too high. And you need to practice. Okay, how hard do I need to drive into the ball to get that perfect like height of a pop? onto it. You can do it off any kind of ball. The faster the ball's rolling at you, the less you have to drive into it in order to get it up high in front of you. You know? If it's going really slow, or in fact if it's not moving at all, you need to drive into the ball quite hard to pop it up at that height to get a flick. But if the ball's moving slowly, the height that you need to drive into it to get a flick is actually a lot less. It's about that. And then if the ball's moving quite quickly, we'll try and set this up. I don't have a training pack for this. But yeah, if the ball's moving a bit faster, then you don't need to hardly move at all to see that. I'm barely moving and the ball just bounces off my car and then into the air. Or it bounces off my car into a height that I can get under it and flick it with. Barely have to move if the ball's coming at you. See, that was too high. If I was trying to like play the ball into a position that I can then flick with, this right here was too high. Because notice, there, I couldn't flick it. I had to double jump to reach it. It's all about that first touch, really, word up. If you want to get good at like dribbling, you need to get the first touch down so you can follow up easily. One touch and then flick it. Best dribbling move you're ever going to learn. But yeah, there's of course other ways to dribble that are very useful. Honestly, if you can't do that, if you can't like pop the ball up and flick it, and you just want to know what to do, you've got some space in defense, just like push the ball up to speed and then bang it. Very effective shot, the hook shot. Like between the hook shot and just the very simple like pop and flick, you're gonna go a long way. Like that's already better dribbling than 99% of Rocket League players who are not even willing to take a first touch at all.